네, 여러분들이 2020 챌린저스 코리아 서머 월요일 매치 함께하고 계십니다. 진에어와 엘미 현재 1대0으로 진에어가 앞서 나가고 있고요. 탄탄한 경기력으로 승리를 챙겨갔습니다. 자, 그러면은 1세트 MVP 어떤 선수인지 화면을 통해 만나보겠습니다.
예측이 좀 되는데
303 야하롱
너를 손하트가 아니라 이렇게 쪼개버리겠다라는 거죠.
그렇습니다. 어떻게 보면 사실 저런 피드스틱 같은 미드가 나오면 좀 흔들릴 수 있거든요.
네.
전혀
I just realized my mic was muted. Hey, Yahara won MVP, no surprise there. Was a really big part of this win, neutralizing the Fiddlesticks, which isn't hard to do really, but still, as a result of that, he was getting very strong. I mean, look at that. Just monsters.
이게 우리가 바라는 신드라거든요.
그렇죠.
적군화에도 항상 적절했고 챌린저스의 나이트
야이트 실제로
테스터가 그때 뭐 아무 반응이 없으시니까 나이트 누군지 잘 모르는
그런가요? 죄송합니다. 나이트를 왜 모릅니까?
나이트 많이 다니셨잖아요.
뭔 소리예요? 나이트 많이 다니는 게 왜 나와요?
여기서 말하면 안 되는구나.
뭘 말하셔도 됩니다. 자, 7표 받았습니다.
엄청났어요. 그래서 야하롱 선수 만장일치.
만장일치로 MVP에 선정이 됐습니다.
네.
그래서 딱 뭐 기분 좋아 보이고 사실 뭐 외모 덕분에 오랜만에 보시는 분들 입장에서는 야롱이 많이 바뀌었다.
Good job by the young man Yahara. Used to go by Grace for all those LCK fans out there. I'm sure you'll recognize that name.
약간 박보검 뭐 이런 쪽에서만 소화 가능한 스타일이잖아요 원래.
저희는 소화 못해요. 확실한 건 저희는 안 돼요.
그러니까요.
제가 뭐 빗돌 정도면 뭐 그래도
아니.
그러니까 소화를 억지로 하려다가 욕을 먹죠.
소화제를 먹으니까는
그것도 안 돼요.
Now, Elma Mystic, this isn't unfamiliar territory for them, losing Game 1. They lost Game 1 in their victory against ESC, so it isn't necessarily the end of the road for them. That Game 1 loss wasn't the end of the world. They still have a chance of winning. However, they can't look like that again. That was not a good look for them. We'll be seeing maybe they can come back though, as we see Callista banned from Element Mystic. No surprise, the Varus ban. Not only is that a must ban if you're on the red side, but leaving Varus open against Element Mystic is asking for trouble. It's realistically a triple flex pick. Slugger has played it a couple times in solo queue. Scarlet, a well-known Varus mid player, has been called a Varus one-trick. Well, not a Varus one-trick, a Varus expert. And you can also play in the ADC position, as Karma's going to be the second ban. Last ban, I think maybe, well, no, I was going to say Set, but Jin already banned the Set. Syndra, kind of surprised to see them ban that one out. You would think that maybe they would want to pick that one themselves. Scarlet has the capability of playing that Syndra, but he's spoken before in the past how he prefers to play AD champions, so maybe we'll be seeing that come out from him. I'm waiting for another Yasuo Scarlet game. That was a pretty fun time. As we see the Yuumi being banned out, which means Aphelios is open. You have Trundle as a popular priority pick, although I'm not a big fan of it. Karma's banned. There's the Trundle priority pick that's popular. I'm not a big fan of it, like I said, but it's there, especially considering that all three counter picks to Trundle are wide open. Which I'd be expecting that to be a pick here from Jin Air. Yep, the Nidalee coming out here. One of the unholy trinities against the Trundle. You have the Nidalee, the Elise, and the Graves. All three of them very good into the Trundle. It's going to be the Nidalee coming out from Moomti here. And Zoe to follow up. So, Element Mystic now have a lot of freedom to their draft here. They could pick the Galio. Galio Camille would be a nice combination to have into Jin Air's composition. Galio also very strong against the Zoe. They're going to pick up the Aphelios though. And already it took like 10 seconds for somebody to put the Zoe copy pasta in chat. Oh, God. As Nautilus is the other pick because they fully expect the Ezreal pick. Nautilus, a good pick into the Ezreal. If you can land that hook, it could be a very big nuisance. Now, I'd probably expect some mid lane bans to come out. I expect a Galio ban from Jin Air. Probably.
제이스 의식을 엘미 쪽에서는 좀 해야 되지 않을까 하는
Hmm.
생각이 들고요.
진에어 같은 경우는 역시나 아까 살짝 말씀하신 루시안 혹은 특패 그냥
Not sure what to expect from Element Mystic as far as bans come. Probably want to ban out some more supports. Lucian gonna be one of the bans. Preventing that AD mid from being picked.
지금까지는 1세트와는 다르게 엘미가 일단은
Lucian,
가능할 만한
one of Scarlet's better champions, as we see the Braum being banned down here.
그리고 뭐 확실히 국내에선 좀 저평가받고 있긴 한데 저런 포킹 조합 상대로 지금 탑에서 제일 위협적인 챔피언은 뭐 오른 같은
A lot of the picks that are difficult for Aphelios to deal with now off the board, as far as supports go, Yumi's gone, Karma's gone, Braum's gone. So we see Ornn being banned here. Would have been a nice pick for either of these teams, would have helped them scale very well. But it is going to be off the board. Alistar. I've always talked about how I felt like Leona's just a better version of Alistar. And speaking of Leona, she's going to be picked up here. Most likely by Jin Air. I don't know, I would just always prefer to play against Alistar versus a Syndra. Galio being considered, which would deny that counter pick. But they are going to go with the Leona, it seems.
레오나입니다. 관료는 서폿으로도 장점이 많은 챔피언이라고 생각은 하지만 미드인지 서폿인지 상대가 모르게 뽑았을 때가 더 매력적이라고 봐서 안정적인 레오나.
Which means we only have 2 picks left for Element Mystic. Lux would be interesting. Scarlet trying to diverse his champion pool some more, it seems. So yeah, is it actually going? Okay, so it is a Lux being locked in. Now the question is it a Nautilus mid or is it a Lux mid? Is the question here. It's been a while since I've seen a Lux in competitive play. Whenever Lux Aftershock was a thing, I think was the last time that we saw a Lux. Element Mystic have some very interesting mid lane picks. I don't know if these are the choice of Scarlet or the choice of Gizmo, but there's some interesting picks, as we do see Slugger going to be playing his very well-respected Beyblade champion, that is the Wukong, as Jace going to be the counter pick for the top lane, and you know, it's a draft. I will say that. It's Malphite. Glad to see that. Very popular counter pick to the Wukong. And I almost was gonna mention it, but whenever they hovered the Jace, I thought that's what they were gonna go with. So we'll see how Element Mystic can do. Basically, being counterpicked across the board here. Top got countered, jungle got countered, bot got countered. You basically counterpicked yourself in the mid lane. This is not a good situation.
역수도 한창 서폿으로 대세다가 너프를 많이 먹었다가 그게 또 너무 안 나오다 보니까 약간의 조정이 있었는데 다시 좀 서폿도 아니고 미드로 꺼냈을 때 어떤 활용들을 보여줄지 저희도 좀 경기를 지켜봐야 정확한
So
진단을
we have quite a cut from both these teams. Mostly Element Mystic is the one that brings up that Lux pick is really bothering me. I just don't understand it. Not a big fan of it, but we are going to see it nonetheless. Maybe it'll pick up a win. Maybe I should just shut my mouth and wait for the game to get started as we get into the loading screen. Game 2 of Jin Air versus Element Mystic going to be starting up here in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. I am looking forward to this. It's going to be interesting.
네, 경기 시작했습니다. 진 에어 그린 윙스와 엘리먼트 미스의 2세트 경기입니다.
그래서 럭스에 대해서 많은 분들도 좀 이게 토론을 하실 것 같아요. 이게 좋은지 나쁜지 그리고 저희조차도 이게 확신하기는 어렵고요. 분명한 건 이제 원거리 대치 구도에서 같이 아군의 보좌하기도 좋으면서도 한번 툭 던졌을 때 속박 하나
We do see the
에이미 조합이 관계 이니시가 약한 조합도
newer luck skin being used.
조합적 시너지가 잘 날 것 같긴 합니다.
맞습니다.
It is going to be the airy Lux.
염두에 두고 럭스를 골랐던 것 같은데 그만큼 스칼렛 선수의 활약.
Speaking of keystones, we have a couple of interesting ones. We have the Arcane Comet Malphite, which I think that's standard. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I had a story once from somebody telling me, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Slothy that told me that he knew someone that played Aftershock Malphite, and it's like, but why? So we do see Scarlet already doing a lot of poke to Yaharong, but Yaharong trading back. Yaharong won't let that poke go unanswered, and now Senon starting the red trinket, which is going to deny the vision by Execute, and Envy trying to get some vision established. Both of them clearing their own ADC's or the opposite ADC's wards, I should say.
아군의 밸런스를 잡아줄진 몰라도 트런드 때문에 셀프 카운터를 맞은 느낌이 있긴 해서 그러니까 레오나도 그렇고 말파도 그렇지만 들어가는 데 있어서 되게 불편하긴 해요.
So we see Envy spamming the sad B. And XQ dabbing about something. Not sure what they're necessarily emoting about, but they're emoting. So we see Senon trying to find the cheese angle here. Not going to be able to find it, though, but he is going to be spotted by Flare, I believe. Or no, I don't think that's Ward spotted Flare. I don't think it did. But Execute's coming over just to make sure that no shenanigans happen at his red buff. Took a couple moments of its time for that.
보통 비정석이라고 하면 또 요즘 기준으로 보면 되게 받쳐주는 쪽 이미지를 많이 생각하는데 대표적으로 플라이 그렇죠. 스칼렛은 또 되게 공격적이면서도 아예 다른 계열로 가요. 네. 특히 AD 계열을 되게 잘 쓰고.
Ward being spotted out thanks to Unti's Blast Cone. Or not Blast Cone, Scrying Orb. And Slugger now starting to have a little bit of a problem with this Malphite. Is getting outpoked thanks to the natural tankiness that comes, and damage, natural damage that comes along with the Malphite. Which is why he's such a viable counter against a lot of these melee AD tops. Oh, Flare stealing away the Scuttle Crab there. Very cheesy. Which means neither of them are going to have Smite for this next Scuttle Crab that they're both running over for. So it's going to entirely depend on priority, which it looks like Alma Mystic do have priority. Actually, it looks like they have priority in the top lane if you look at the minimap, but when you look at the health bars, it becomes a lot. Well, at the same time, Tana doesn't really have mana, so I guess he can't really do anything, so they do give the Scuttle Crab over to Flare, who is going to get the double Scuttle Crab, which is going to allow him to have a 10 CS lead. Meanwhile, here in the bot lane, Senon trying to get on to Envy here. Envy doing a pretty good job with this trade so far, though, all things considered. Execute actually being in trouble. Is exhausted, and then the W auto is going to get mean. The first blood's going to go over to Light. And just like that, once again, Jin Air with the early lead, finding the first blood.
레오나 자체가 원래도 좀 강점이 있는 챔프긴 한데
바텀 쪽에서 약간 균형이 무너진 모습. 라인까지 밀어 넣고 집으로 귀환을 합니다. CS 격차도 조금씩 벌어지고 있고요.
그래서 뭐 레오나가 노틸 카운터인데 왜 레오나에 자주 안 쓰냐 혹은 노틸 같은 챔프를 왜 하냐 막 이러실 수 있지만 그러니까 일반적으로 봤을 때 노틸이 티어는 훨씬 높고요. 특히 국내. 맞습니다. 그러니까 레오나가 잘 쓰면 좋은데 그 리스크가 워낙 크다 보니까 그 리스크 컨트롤을 잘 못하는 케이스가 국내에서 되게 많거든요. 맞습니다. 오히려 그냥 앞에 들어가다 바로 죽고 오히려
Flare.
되게 확정적으로.
I don't know why I said Flare. Is Flare playing this game? Yeah, he's jungle. I don't know. I probably should have checked that earlier because if that's the thing that I've actually missed is is, I think it was Gangnam is the other jungler for Elm Mystic. He's been benched for Flare,
보통 요즘은 갈리면 저희가
which
틀렸다고
you always hate to see.
그냥 뭐 모든 게 똑같을 수는 없잖아요.
맞아요.
네.
메리키얼의 또 차이가 있겠고.
As we do see the dragon
조건을 바탕으로 해서 드래곤까지
being brought down here, which means that, of course, Jin Air are once again going to get the first dragon. This game's certainly looking good for them so far.
나오면서 드래곤을 챙겨갑니다.
풀렸어요.
네.
그나마 탑에서는 슬로거가 라인전을 되게 잘하고 있는데 저 구도는 또 서로 갱킹 호응도 좋다 보니까 좀 봐야 될 것 같아요.
I'm a Mystic. Just execute.
걷어내고 왔습니다.
약간 세게 들어갔네요.
그러게요.
Um,
이즈가 빠져 있어서 지금 얘만 갖고 오면은 각이 좀 나올 법한데
okay.
잡을 상황이었는데 히트만 되면
이제는 알고 있으니까 라이트가 그냥 닫고 있고.
누가 봐도 이상하잖아. 노틸이 갑자기
Can somebody clip that for me, please? Please, somebody.
내려오는 장면이 있었고요. 무리하지 않고 라이트와 세난 뒤쪽으로 빠져서 CS를 승리입니다.
I'm choking on my own saliva. I'm laughing so hard.
말씀드리기는 그런 거. 어쨌든 라인전 이 아론이 그래도 편하게 잘하고 있고.
Okay, enough of that. Some rough times in the bot lane for execute.
진짜 강한 챔피언인데 그걸 잡기가 힘든 챔피언이에요. 변신하면서 근데 변신하기 어렵다.
Well, on the bright side,
원거리 전령 서포트로서 되게
his ADC is keeping up somewhat with light and CS, which is pretty difficult to do in the Aphelios versus Ezreal lane, especially with how much zoning the Leona can do at this point in the game.
주도권을 누군가가 좀 잡아줄 필요가 있는데 본인 스스로 잡기는 좀 쉽지 않은 그런 상황. 잡기만 한다면야 센데.
I mean, in theory, technically, you're allowed to play drunk in any league. Now, I'm not saying anybody is drunk, but I feel like if any league were to have players that were to draw, Scarlet really wants to push in that wave, wants to get a recall in. He's getting spam pinged by Yaharong. Yaharong spam question mark pinged them. Oh my god, this game is so toxic.
되게 좋은 챔피언.
옛날에 진짜
Ah, Yaharong, you're toxic, man. You're toxic. Manner, please.
럭스에 대해서 하도 얘기를 많이 했어가지고 근데 럭스가 또 메커니즘이
Umti is gonna start up
거의 뭐 똑같죠.
뭐 리메이크가 막
this Herald here.
그게 아니라서
좀 재밌는 것 같아요. 요즘 약간 뭐랄까 레트로 감성이 롤에서도 대세잖아요. 뭐
Scarlet
이런 챔피언들이 막 나오고
우리 하나
has the blue buff, so he's gonna be able to spam a lot of spells in this lane, which is gonna make it difficult for the Zoe. But Zoe, good job by Yaharong.
그냥 심플하게 엄티가 결국 오브젝트
So we see
되게 편하게 한 겁니다.
execute deep in the enemy jungle. They're trying to find a pick, and they're very close. They're very close to finding Umti. If he would have cleared that camp a little bit faster, would have been caught out by execute and flare there. But instead, we're gonna see a fight over the blue buff here. It's starting to lose patience. They need to be careful, but they are gonna secure it. Good job by Flare, execute, and Envy. Execute getting poked on his way out though to about 3/4 health. As Yaharong and Scarlet still trading with each other, as Slugger is going to go in on Natana, who has taken the turret aggro as a result, but he's going to be able to get away, and now the health is all evened up. I'm not sure what caused him to take turret aggro there. It was the Bambi Sender. Okay. I was about to say, he either had Thorn Miller, or he had Bambis, and no, just the Bambis. So, or Bramby? Is it Bramby or I need to know these item names. I'm very disappointed in myself for not knowing these item names 100%. But Scarlet ulting the wave again, and forcing Yaharong to CS under turret some more. As speaking of CSing under turret, Slugger's going to be forced to CS under turret some more as well. Tana has a lot of priority in this lane. It's Bammies. Oh. Bammy Sender. Thought it might have been Bramby, because like Brambleback, the red buff.
편하게 그냥
먹을 수 있는 거 먹자.
자, 그럼 강가시아를
Brambleback is the name of the red buff, right?
10초 남았어요.
Is it Brambleback?
서로 탑은 이제 순간적으로 돌아왔습니다.
Yeah, Brambleback is Thornmail, but I'm pretty sure that
둘다 좀 다른데
Brambleback
플라이너 합류를 생각을 해야 돼서
is red buff. Yeah, red Brambleback. Yeah.
이 탑라이너 아직 공이 안 돌아온 상황이거든요.
맞습니다.
그 조이가 오기 전에
Yeah, red Brambleback.
근데 이거 킹 잘못 맞으면 그냥 난리 납니다.
This is going to be the Mountain Drake going over to Elma Mystic, so they're able to get a dragon this game, unlike last game, but they're going to have to pay the price because Envy very low. Scarlet able to help pick up a kill, though, and maybe it's going to be execute fighting the hook there, but he doesn't decide to go in for it. Yaharong trying to find the triple bubble, not able to find it, though.
잘 성장하고 있던 라이트
네.
선수를 끊어내고
And you never like to see that.
그리고 이건 지네어도 조금 더 세게 대응했으면 어땠을까 싶어요. 상대가 드래곤 칠 때.
그래서 지네어가 약간 미적지근하게 한 것도 있는데 저는 이것도 네.
Yaharong going to pop the cleanse to get out there.
뭐 잘한 건 지네어가 전령을
Taking a look at the replay here. Scarlet brought very low, and then Envy was brought very low. You thought that Elma Mystic were going to be punished, but look at that. Light stepping forward a little bit too much, gets punished. And just like that, Elma Mystic able to get a kill on the board finally.
그래서 드래곤
Took them about 11 minutes, but they were able to do it nonetheless.
일방적인 이득을 챙겨갑니다.
엘미가 타이트하게 잘했죠.
탑이 개입되지 않은 한타였기 때문에 지금부터는 또 말파이트와 오공의 활약 지켜보도록 하겠습니다.
이게 바텀은 또 양팀 탑라이너 때문에 사고 날
So,
가능성이 높거든요. 어느 쪽이
Elma Mystic, not out of this one yet. They did get a dragon unlike last game, so they're already improving.
앞서로 순간이동 있어요.
네.
공도 장착이 되어 있습니다.
근데 지네어가 용은 좋지만 시야를 뒤쪽으로 다 먹어 나가가지고
Jin Air's bot lane, though, having a great time against the bot lane of Elma Mystic. Up about 11 CS.
아래쪽 봐 이제.
그래서 양쪽 다 이게 되게 팽팽한 데다가 원거리에서 서로 쏘면서 파밍 구도가 나오다 보니까 뭔가 킬이 자주 나오기가
Envy now getting a little bit more confident with this trading, stepping up more into the Leona, which you certainly have to be very confident if you want to do that. Stepping into the Leona, very risky.
싸움이 나.
Oh, look how close that turret is to getting. Oh, look how close that one is. That one's gonna get the plating taken down though. There's now 30 seconds left until plating falls. If Yaharong wants to get this last plate, he's gonna have to push this wave in. But Scarlet gonna clear out the wave. Not gonna let him do it. If I were Yaharong, I would. Well, you can't do it against the Lux. I just thought about that actually. Lux actually a pretty good pick into the Zoe because if Zoe ults forward,
네.
you can snare wherever Zoe ulted from, and it's a guaranteed snare. The light binding is probably going to be a very big threat to Yaharong.
칼을 뽑기는 어렵고 특히 칼 뽑았을 때 이거는 탑라이너가 와서 영웅이 되기가
And
쉬워
hook
보이거든요.
thrown out by Execute. Not going to be able to find light though. I wonder how many hooks Execute has missed this game. That interaction where he hooked the wall and then he hooked a minion was hilarious.
어렵죠. 연하긴 좀 애매한 상황.
바텀 긴장 유지하고 있는데 갑자기 미드를 노리는데 와도 있어요.
순간 박으면서 창 연계 들어가면
봤어요?
그러니까 그냥
Scarlet able to find that gank thanks to the control ward, and Slugger's going to run into Tana. Actually, Tana might be in trouble. He's going to take the blast cone out though and be A-okay.
지금 전령이 나와 있어서요.
If that blast cone wasn't there, that would have been a lot of trouble for
만화 상태가 좋지 못한
Tana. But we'll see. As we look at the plating, 0 gold. There was a plating took, but nobody was there to get it. Meanwhile, 640 for the side of Jin Air. So nothing too significant, but we are going to see Flare doing a lot of damage on the light here, as they're going to pick up an easy kill.
어차피 죽었다는 판단이었는데
But as a result, Umti going to be able to pick up this
자연스럽게 맞이하는 모습이었고
그리고 뭐
Rift Herald, and I just thought about something. This is an ocean map. I'm just now coming to the realization. I was distracted with that dragon fight. Let's talk about the ocean dragon. Both these teams would do very well with the ocean dragon. Though I think Element Mystic would like to have it a little bit more. Well, I mean, both teams want to have it because it's a very strong soul. But diving slugger here. Here comes Yaharong to help as well. He's trying to find the trouble bubble. We'll find it. He's going to be able to find the kill. Let's see how much damage this Q does. It does a lot. Yaharong pops the heal to try to catch up. Ultimate being used by Slugger. But Yaharong will be just fine. Fantastic display of mechanics from him as he's able to pick up the kill very confidently. But as a result, they do have to give this Ocean Dragon. Which means Jin Air will have to wait for the next one. If they want to, as they hand over the dragon. And I was having this conversation with somebody the other day. If you're playing an Israel comp, you don't mind giving the Ocean Soul, just because you want to wait for that Israel to get as many items as possible before dedicating to big team fights, especially against the Aphelios. So I'm sure Jin Air don't mind giving up that dragon at all. Like gonna be doing work on this bot lane turret, though he's gonna have to back off here in a moment. If he doesn't, he's gonna be in danger, and it looks like he is indeed going to back off eventually. Maybe not. Envy. Oh, taken very low there. Ooh. Taking a look at the replay. Good job by UMT to get him to use the clone, and Yaharong was like, don't worry guys, I got this. Lands the trouble bubble, gets the max distance Q, and does a fantastic job all around with the play there. As we take a look back at the live action, UMT throws the spear, unable to find Envy though.
일단 성장이 비등하다 보니까 트런들도 나름의 활약을 해줄 수 있을 것도 같고 물론 저희가 결과를 보고 판단했지만은 최근 니달리 정도는 어쨌든
Envy needs to be careful. Again, stepping forward into a Leona is very risky, but Yaharong gonna clear out these mid minions and just farming up. Does have the exhaust now for his W. That'll be nice against people that run at you like the Nautilus or the Trundle, or especially against the Wukong. Then exhaust will be really nice. We'll see what he wants to use it on though. Could also use it on the Lux to try to chase her down. And we're gonna be switching weapons here. I believe the next one is I need to learn the Aphelios weapons names. As we see Scarlet using the ultimate there to clear out the wave. So it's just farm fest in the mid laners. Usually in the current meta you see the mid laners you see a lane swap of some kind to allow the ADC to farm mid where it's the most safe, but Light and Envy still farming bot lane, and Yaharong and Scarlet still farming the mid lane. Everyone's just staying in their lanes. It's like a game of solo queue. We see Tana continuing to be a bully to Slugger. Up about 12 CS on him. And it's usually not the mid laners that you see being the first ones to hit 200 CS. Usually it's the ADCs that you see doing that. But like I said, they've stayed mid and they've just been power farming. Neither one of them wants to give up the power farm. So we see the Ezreal ultimate being thrown out, trying to tag somebody, but not going to be able to find anybody. UMT trying to find something as well. He's going to jump over this wall, I believe. And it won't be finding execute on the recall. They might find that control ward if they decide to check that brush.
계속해서 서로 이 구도가 이어집니다. 20분째.
월권까지 나온 말파비드라서 이게 AD로는 못 뛸 수 있는.
Yeah, like I know the flamethrower is Infernum. I know the purple one is the Gravitum. But I don't know the rest of them.
생각을 하고 있을지. 드래곤 40초.
I think the white one is Crescendum.
드래곤 10초는 2대1로 엘미가 앞서 나가고 있습니다.
I might be wrong on that.
귀환 한번 튕기게 되는.
So we see, ooh, light. Barely able to get the recall off there.
네.
교환을 한 장면.
Calibrum is a sniper, right?
상관없이 귀환 튕겼어도 이제 용 템포가 좀 늦어질 수 있었는데 다행히 귀환했고.
Or is Calibrum the red one?
자, 이제 드래곤 쪽으로 모이고 있습니다.
Yeah, okay. So if I see the names, I can associate them, but I just have trouble actually remembering the names.
그게 좀 다행인 것 같아요.
They're really good names, though. I like the names of the weapons. They're really cool. Aphelios, oh, I'm gonna pause what I'm saying because sorry, that's Flare that's in trouble here. Brought to about half health, but Envy able to get some damage there.
중요하죠. 이제 말파 입장에서도 좀 빠졌냐 안 빠졌냐 체크할 텐데.
Maybe I should make like a sticky note. What I need to do, actually, I've been thinking about doing this. Anytime I make a bold claim, I'm gonna get a sticky note. Oh, Envy, nice nice cleanse, not QSS there. Nice cleanse. If anybody watches American sports, and if you watch basketball, you might. Oh, Envy very much so by himself, but we might see a counter engage here from Element Mystic. Nice ultimate from Scarlet, although Sinon did stopwatch the damage as Envy's able to pick up the kill there. Who's picking who is the question here, as Yaharong's able to find the kill and to execute. Can anybody find any more kills? Both top laners on the way. Tana, snared down, might be in trouble. Slugger gonna be using the clone to tank the Nidalee Spear, and he's out of there. So you see the Ocean Dragon being started by Jin Air. They're actually going to take the initiative to start this one. Flare does have Flash if he wants to try to contest it. But look at Tana here on the side. Lux Ultimate trying to steal it. Good job by Umti being patient, waiting till after the Lux Ult the smite. And now it's two dragons apiece. Mountain for Element Mystic. Jin Air going to be having the Infernal and an Ocean apiece. So we're now going to be waiting for the next dragon to come up. As we take a look at the replay, it looked like they had the pick on the Envy, but fantastic reaction from Element Mystic there. Sinon was dead to rights at that point, trying to stop the pop the stopwatch to try to prolong his life, but got killed off there. Yaharong helping pick up the kill, along with Light. And Slugger now might be in trouble. Tana does have the ultimate. Both of them have ultimate, actually. And at this point, I don't think Slugger can fight Tana. That's the thing about Element Mystic, is they're pretty AD heavy. Instead of Lux, I would have liked to see a Kassadin. I honestly would have liked to see. Sure, you're going to lose lane against the Zoe, most likely. But it would have made their scaling so much better if they would have had that Kassadin. But on the note of magic damage, we actually see Tana starting to build some magic resistance. Does pick up a Spectral's Cowl, and now also has the Merc Treads.
물론 뭐 전체적으로 봤을 때 누가 봐도 그냥 뭐 아직 모르겠다 이 구도인 건 맞고요. 앞에 300에다가 다 에이미도 얘기할 게 있으니까 맞습니다. 저희도 이런 구도는 그냥 꽝한타를 계속 보는 수밖에 없어요.
He does have that rune on Hurricane, so he's going to be able to clear these camps pretty quickly. Light farming up in the mid lane. Now, finally, they're setting the ADCs in the mid lane to get safe farm. This is about the point of the game where you want your ADCs to be farming up, so we'll see if they hit 300 farm before the mid laners do. They're about caught up in CS to their mid laners, respectively. But that's Sinon potentially getting picked off again. Nice spear there from Umti. Ultimate gonna catch Sinon and Light in the choke point, forcing them to back off, along with the teleport from Slugger. No kills gained from either side there, though, and Tana's gonna be able to pick up this turret just fine and dandy in the bot lane.
레오나가 진짜 단단하긴 하죠. 저런 거 보면.
가골까지. 바른쪽 주변 시야를 장악하고 있습니다.
1대1은 그냥 못 이기고요.
맞습니다.
럭스가 궁풀 계속 회전시키는 건 또 눈에 띕니다. 3렉궁도 찍고
So do you
계속
see
콜다운을
Tana
말씀드리고 싶었던 게
trying to find Slugger. He's realizing now that he can 1v1 him very easily. Black Cleaver still isn't enough to do much against Tana one-on-one.
럭스도 원거리에서
But
슛을 계속 돌리고
it looks like he does have the Death Stance incoming. Might help him a little bit more.
했던 얘기가 기억에 남아가지고 몇 초에 한 번씩 계속 쏜다 이런 말도 안 되는 사기다. 사기.
또 돈다. 공이 또 돌아왔다.
쏜 순간 이미 또 돌았다. 좀 과장 못해.
그런 타이밍이 어쨌든 뭐
MT just hanging out, killing camps. Not much going on.
적으로 어쨌든 근거는 또 짚고 넘어가야 될 것 같아요. 럭스나 모르가나 같은 챔피언을 저는 좀 약간 그 럭키 챔피언이라고 부르는데 스킬 던져서 맞으면 물론 대박이고 그런 설계를 본인들이 잘하는 건 필요하긴 하지만 그거 운 좋게 맞을 때까지 원거리에서 쏘기만 하면서 게임이 흘러가는 건 절대 좀 좋은 플레이 방향은 아니거든요.
맞아요.
1분 남은 가운데
뭐 하나 걸리면 이제 또 뭐 이게 쏘겠다란 얘기인데 이런 포지션도
시야가 이쪽도 아직 남아 있어서
지금 보시면 느껴지는 게 조이도
It's going to be the
있다 보니까
now something I want to talk about.
되게 편하죠 당장 지네오가.
Yaharong.
네, 그리고 드래곤이 나와 있는 게
Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna be able to talk about that point because now he's recalling. Oh, I thought he canceled his recall with that ultimate. I was like, that's pretty big brain. But actually, no, now I can talk about it because Yaharong's continuing the split push. Yaharong is split pushing here. Does have the teleport. 27 seconds left on the dragon. Can be a very big problem to Element Mystic here. I'm going to pause that, though, because execute flash hooking onto Umti is forced to flash away after the ultimate is used. Light taken very low by Envy there. Envy doing a lot of damage to Light as Tana is trying to run away from Element Mystic. Has to use the ult defensively. That's a lot of utility that's down now for Jin Air, is not having that Malphite ultimate. You still do have some other ultimates, but now actually on note of ultimates, Element Mystic just burned 3 ultimates, or 2 ultimates, my apologies. And both of them are pretty important to have. Light gonna be popping his own ultimate to try to get into the Dragon Pit. Gonna be able to tag it, but it's gonna be Flare picking up the Dragon. Nice ultimate there from Slugger into the back line. Trying to get out of there though as he's very low. It's gonna be 1 kill going over to Envy. Can they find more? Jin Air running for the hills. Yaharong might be wanting to go back in, but he's going to get snared down by Scarlet. Going to get a double snare, and then knocked back by the pillar from Flare, but he's still alive. Another snare going in, but he's going to have to cleanse that one. As the ultimate's going to be used, Umti taking a lot of damage there. Everybody's still sticking around for this one. Jin Air might want to consider starting to retreat. They're very low, but Element Mystics are going to be the one to turn tail first, and they're going to run away. And just like that, Element Mystic making plays to close the gap on that gold lead as we take a look at the replay here. Nice ultimate by Light to tag the dragon, but they just couldn't get in the pit after that. And very nice from Scarlet there, unable to find the kill, but doing a good job preventing Light from getting in. Starting the team fight here also. And then, oh, they're not going to show that. Maybe something's going on. Nope, never mind. I guess I only wanted to show that. I wanted to show Yaharong getting snared by the Scarlet there. That was a pretty good reaction time from Scarlet. But I guess we won't see it. Both mid laners working on death caps. Yaharong already finished his. Scarlet is almost there. He is now level 3 ultimate with a 22-second cooldown. Oh my. Lux is Lux has very short cooldowns on the ultimate. Okay, okay. You like to see it, you like to see it. As Umti now clearing out vision. This game is going on longer already than last game. Last game was over by now. It was over 5 minutes ago, actually, I think, around now. I think it was a 25-minute game. As Element Mystic trying to regain vision, they don't want to be blind, and they don't want Jin Air to have vision, especially at this point of the game in their topside jungle. They want to be able to maneuver around Baron without being spotted.
나오니까 유리한 것 같긴 해요.
네.
그냥 드래곤도 스택도 앞서가고.
그리고
Oh, it's gonna be the trouble bubble. Finding Flare. Ultimate just barely missing. He still is taking to about half health, but
득점 폭발 빠졌습니다.
마음이 좀 급한
Slugger and Tana facing off against each other here in the bottom lane, but no one's gonna pull the trigger quite yet.
좋은 게 아니에요. 예를 들어 진에어가 딱 봤을 때 포킹 단수 숫자는 많을지라도 그게 무조건 좋은 거 아닌 것처럼 뭐 딜러도 똑같이 딜러가 셋이라 그래서 한 명보다 무조건 좋은 것도 아니고.
You're wrong, able to find the trouble bubble on the execute. Can't really get the kill. Ooh.
측면에서 진에어 입장에서 제일 중요한 건
Yahorong really wanted Slugger there, you could tell.
나머지 뭐 니달리 포킹, 이즈 포킹, 조이의 큐 포킹 이런 건 맞아서 어쨌든 에이미가 어떻게 좀 극복이 가능한데 제우고 들어오는 연계기에 대해서는 럭스 속박이랑 똑같이 굉장히
Envy.
위험하거든요.
I think has the most CS in the lobby right now. Tied with Scarlet. And Light's right behind them. Envy also has the most kills in the lobby, has all 4 of Elma Mystic kills. Elma Mystic's kills.
라인에선 절대 안 뚫리고 짱짱인데
He is a very fed boy. Gonna be building that Death Stance next.
이런 느낌이거든요.
Light already has a Death Stance.
저 1분에 3번 쏘는 궁 저거 화력이 장난 아니긴 해요. 말씀하신 대로 말파는 일종의 지금 강화 물약이 되는 거예요. 트런드라. 엄청나게 정말 고가의 강화 물약입니다. 그 공짜로 계속해서 섭취할 수 있어요.
Is Flare gonna move up to clear this ward?
특히나 이 럭스의 속박을 잘 또 피해 주는 것도
And yep, there's a Death Stance coming through from Envy.
나이트 선수가 속박이 연계되면서 잡히는 장면도 있었고.
And this is about the point, the Death Stance, Runons, Phantom Dancer, IE,
그렇죠. 그냥 먹는
and Berserkers.
이긴 느낌?
맞습니다.
He's gonna start doing a lot of damage. And he's gonna be very hard to kill. This is about the point of the game where the Ezreal really needs to step up,
잘 때려놔야 되는데
improve his worth. Nice snare there with the light binding. A fight might be starting off here. Mostly just pool noodle slapping at the moment. Not too much damage being dished out from either team. Flare's starting to take some damage though. Needs to be more careful. Trouble Bubble gonna be able to not hit anybody. I thought it might hit Flare there, but it did not. Scarlet almost stepped on it. That would have been tragic, because Tana is being slowly melted by Envy, but he is being melted nonetheless. Needs to be a little more careful. This is the Ocean Point. Let's see if they can find the pick onto Flare. This would be massive. Let's see what they can do now. Jin Air were able to find 1 kill, but a lot of members brought down. They're fighting in the choke point, which you can't do against this comp with Elma Mystic. Scarlet pops the Gargoyle Stoneplate, but it's only going to save him for so long. He's going to go down. And now Elma Mystic have their sights set on the dragon, but oh, Yahorong might be able to find something there. Now here's the thing, look where Umti is. Umti, if you look on the bottom, or now he's showing on screen, he's pushing mid lane though. He doesn't have any interest in trying to steal this dragon. LO, executing Slugger. Now that they have the Ocean Soul, they're turning attention to Yahorong and Umti, but they're going to be able to escape.
그냥 잡은 건 엄청 큰 건 맞는데 말파 탱킹력이 보장이 되니까.
그런데 이즈리얼이 끊기면서 밀고 들어갔습니다. 다시 보시죠. 여기서 연기가 됐거든요.
And just taking a look at the replay there. They got the kill onto Flare. But the thing is about fighting in that choke point, an Elma Mystic's comp is very good at fighting in that choke point.
네, 해볼만하지 않았을까 싶은데 그렇죠.
And yeah, they're talking shit about Jin Air, Frosty. Listen, this is an unofficial chat rule. Oh, thank God, by the way, Frosty, you're here. Thank God. You can start. Okay. You can start muting people that are speaking Portuguese. There's too many of them outnumbered. I can't do that and cast at the same time. I need your help, Frosty. Get rid of the Portuguese speakers, please. They're teasing me. They're Russian B on me, man. They're Russian B. Bye-bye, BR. Very true as Light. Speaking of bye-bye, Flare is saying bye-bye. He's out of there with the phase rush. But Umti might be trying to chase this one. Execute, though, able to find the hook on Umti. Nice ultimate. That's, again, fighting in the choke point. They can't do it. Envy might be caught here, though. He's taking a lot of damage. He's going to be fine, though. The Death Dance on the Aphelios is too much. And that's 3 deaths. I thought that was 4. I thought 4 people died there. As, just a reminder that Death Stance is still allowed on range champions. Well, I just can't wait for Riot to finally just not allow range champions to build Death Stance or just gut it to having no use as Scarlet. As Helmet Mystic now looking to end this game. Nice ultimate there from Scarlet, but it's not going to be able to kill anybody. As they're going to take out one Nexus turret. Yarong forced to flash away, and I think that's GG now. I don't think Yarong can do anything about the end of this game. And GG, Helmet Mystic! Able to pick up the win here.
원하는 대로 다 흘러간 것 같아요. 네. 노골적으로 조이를 배는 안 했어요. 1경기는 본인들이 배는. 그러니까 조이를 쳐놓고 이제 앞에 곳에서 상대한테 선택권을 주니까 포킹 구도가 결국에는 진영은 잡혔더니 그걸
As we take a look at Slugger there in the middle with the baseball. I love an Helmet Mystic win just because I get to see them with the baseball bat. But good job by Helmet Mystic. I wasn't a fan of the draft, but it ended up working out very well.
그렇죠. 공수 밸런스가 거의 완벽한 어떤 마법사 역할을 잘 해준 거고, 물론 지레어가 이길 찬스가 아예 없었냐 이건 아니에요. 중간중간에 그래도 계속 해볼 만한 구도도 있었고 뭔가 더 자신감 있게 득점했던 장면도 있긴 했는데 확률이 좀 높다는 거죠. 어렵다는 거죠. 네. 뭔가 플레이를 하는 데 있어서 진입각 보기도 어렵고 스킬샷 다 피하는 것도 어렵고
그러다 보니까 결국 엘리먼트
And Jin Air looking very shell-shocked. Very thrown off. They had such a good game 1, but everything just went wrong for them game 2.
그런 경기였어요.
그렇습니다. 또 이런 게 애미의 맛이다. 중간중간 이렇게
그리고
보여줍니다.
지네어도 풀세트의 지네어예요. 아까 어떤 분이 말씀하셨지만 테이코의 DRX다 뭐 이런 얘기가 있을 정도로
2대1 승부였죠.
예,
모두.
원래 풀세트를 자주 가는 팀이니까요.
그래서
As
오늘도 역시
Jin Air now talking amongst themselves to try to figure out what they
2세트를 상대에게 내주면서
need to do.
3세트까지 흘러가고 말았습니다. 타나 선수 입장에서 많은 아쉬움이 좀 남을 것 같아요. 사실 50 마크 라인전 자체는 굉장히 좋았습니다만은
In just a moment, we're going to be taking a look at
다른 쪽에서 그 상황이 이루어지지 못하면서 패배를 기록했고요. 마지막 한타 장면 다시 보겠습니다. 여기서 말파이 네네
플레어 무빙도 되게 좋았죠.
말파이트의 고뇌가 좀 느껴졌어요. 이걸 어디로 한번 내가 쓸까?
왼쪽에 막을까? 아니면
그렇죠.
앞에를 막을까?
take a look at the replay here.
앞에였고 여기에 이준열이 호응을 합니다. 그런데 녹이지
And yeah, it just became very hard for Jin Air to fight Helmet Mystic at all. It's because they fought them too many times in choke points, and they were able to get the Ocean Soul because they were getting the kills that they needed, and from there it was GG. Most game of the damage goes to Scarlet, NB second. Third is going to go to Light. Fourth to Yaharong, and fifth to Tana. A lot of damage being done that game compared to last game. A lot of damage indeed, but we're going to be right back. Are we going to see the Helmet Mystic reverse sweep? That would give OZ the chance, if they 2-0 with Helmet Mystic winning 2-1, it would give them the chance to get the solo lead. Or are we going to see Jin Air secure that solo lead for themselves? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with more action in just a moment.